again a heartily welcome to my class 12 student. Today we will start the new topic and new chapter, that is current and electricity. Current and electricity. So student, first of all you have to understand what you mean by current and what you mean by electricity. If we will focus to a normal concept, student, for the current is, what is that? The flow of free electrons. Okay, the flow of free electron, or you can say charges through what? Through a conductor. Clear? Conductor. So the flow of free electrons or charges through a conductor is known as current, or you can say electric current. Clear to you? Now we will move to the simple formula of current, that is I is equal to Q by T. So what Q represent? It represent the charge, and what T represent? It represent for time. So if you move to the SI unit, the SI unit of charge is coulomb and the SI unit time is second. So the simple is coulomb per second. Clear? So this is the formula, but what is coulomb per second? It is nothing but ampere. Clear? So what is the SI unit of current? That is ampere and symbolized by capital A. Clear to you, student? So this you have to remember. Now you see, as you are in class 12, there is some difference formula which you have to remember in differential form. Suppose your I is, student, dq by dt. This also I can write because q is the charge and t is the time here. Clear? And if I will ask you, student, what is dq? So dq is nothing but integration over I dt. So please remember this formula. That is I is equal to dq by dt and dq is integration over I dt. Now suppose one example I will tell you. Suppose I have given you charge is 2t square plus 1, right? This is your charge. What is your aim? Find the current at t is equal to 2 seconds. Clear to you? Charge is given, you have to find out the current, student. So what is the formula? I is equal to dq by dt, d by dt. What is I? 2t square plus 1. Now you differentiate. D by dt, you can break the term also like this. D by dt, 2t square plus d by dt, 1. You know the constant differentiation is 0. So we are left with 40. What is the value of your current? 40. And what is the time I have given, student? 2 seconds. So put the value 4 into 2, you will get 8 ampere. Clear to you? So this is the way to find out the value of current. Now second question, you see, I will give, suppose your I is equal to 2t square plus 4t plus 1, right? You have to find the charge. Okay, you have to find out charge at, again, suppose t is equal to 2 seconds. Clear? Now how you will do? I have told you the formula, integration I dt. So now put the value of I, 2t square plus 4t plus 1 into dt. Clear? This much understood? Now you break the root, 2t square dt plus integration 4t dt plus integration 1 dt. Okay? And as I know, you all know the integration. Remove the constant term, t cube by 3 plus remove 4, t square by 2 plus dt integration t. Now what you do? You put the value 2 in place of t, student. What you will get? 2, 8 by 3 plus 4 t. Put here t as 2, means 4 by 2 plus 2. Cancel out and you will get one value of charge. But don't forget to write the SI unit. So whatever the answer will come, you will write as coulomb form. Clear to you? So this is the basic concept about the swing current and how you will get the value of current or charge. Now you will understand the type of current, student. If you will move to the common concept which already class 9th you have learned, as I know. So current are basically two types, student. One is the electronics current. Just reviewing this topic. Another is conventional current. Okay. So what is electronic current, student? The electric current is the current is direction of movement of electrons, right? The current which is generated by direction of movement of electrons, right? And what is conventional current? The current which is due to the direction of positive charge movement. Okay, so this is the current which is due to the electrons, and this is the current due to the positive charge. Clear? And but the direction is both are opposite to each other. Clear? Now I will give you one simple example. Suppose I have given you one battery. What I will give it to you? Simply one battery, right? What happened battery? You know, one is positively charged, another is negative charge. Okay. So what happened if there is no electric field is applied here, student? If there is no electric field applied, what happened? The positive charge and the negative charge will move randomly, and that time what happened? Your net displacement is equal to 0 of a charge, because both are colliding with each other. Second, the speed is not equal to 0 because the charge will move, but what happened? They will collide, student. So speed will not 0, but average velocity will be 0. Understood? So what will be 0? The net displacement will be 0. The average velocity will be 0. But what is not 0? Your speed. This is the situation when no electric field apply over the charge. Clear? Now suppose, now I will apply the electric field. Okay? So when same, you take one battery, means battery one is positive charge, another is negative charge. What is the difference, student? Here you have applied the electric field. Okay? So once you are applying the electric field, student, what happens? The movement of charge will take place uniformly or randomly, anything, but not like that what is without electric field. Okay, so charge will move. Once the charge will move, student, what happens? Net displacement is not equal to 0, speed not equal to 0, and what is that? Average velocity is also not equal to 0. So what is the difference between electric field applied and not applied? In not applied, what happens, student? The net displacement is 0 and average velocity is 0. But what is in the situation when you are applying the electric field? The net displacement is not equal to 0, the speed is also not equal to 0, and average velocity is also not equal to 0. So now the derivation we have to assume this condition, because in this condition we are getting the current and we are seeing the displacement of a charge. So let us start with this. What is that? Assume that we have considered a battery with one is positive, another is with negative terminal. Here, so this time what I have applied the electric field E here, right? So what happened? The electron will move like this and the positron will move toward like this. Clear to you? So the direction of electron is always opposite to the direction of electric field. Clear to you? Now you assume 0 as low potential, means negative part, and this is you assume as high potential. Okay. Now the velocity, what happened here? They all are moving with constant, means uniform. If they will move randomly, student, what happened? Collision will be occur and there is a generation of heat. So that is not our requirement. What we have to consider? Consider the constant velocity they are moving. Whose? The charge. The charge is moving with constant velocity. Clear to you? Now after assuming this all, student, now you assume that this wire is known as connecting wire. What is which wire? Connecting wire, and we have to assume that resistance of the connecting wire is 0. So once I am assuming the resistance of connecting wire is 0, student, now what is my aim? To find the potential difference, right? The potential difference. So what is that? We know that electric field is equal to B by L. What is B, student, here? B is the potential, L is the length of the wire. Length of the wire, clear? And B is the potential, okay? So initially what happened? We can take formula B is equal to BI, you can see the IR, okay? So what happened here, student? The battery will provide the potential, okay? When you are applying the electric field. If you are not applying the electric field, that battery will not provide you any potential, okay? So we have to assume that when we are applying the electric field, the battery will produce or provide a potential difference. But again, one thing you have to remember, that potential difference does not depend upon the reference point. Reference point, it means it is not depending upon the where you have started, okay? It always depends between the two ends of the battery. One is positive and another is negative. Suppose I have considered the resistance of the wire is 0, student. So B equal to IR. If resistance is 0, what is the value? B is equal to 0, right? And if you are taking potential difference between two ends of the battery, student, same condition. If the resistance of the wire is 0, means there is no resistance, then one resistance is created. Can you tell me? Yes. When resistance is created, my dear student, resistance is then opposed by the opposition of occur to whom? To current. Means what is resistance? Resistance is opposition offered to the current, means it does not allow current to move. So that is the resistance. So what happened here? What you are seeing, as the electrons are uniformly moving, there is no collision. As there is no collision, there is no heat generation, and as there is a no heat generation, no one is there to oppose the flow of current. Okay, so resistance work is to oppose the flow of current. In the simple, I can tell you, which opposes the flow of current, opposes the flow of current. So when the opposition occurs, student, when it opposes flow of current, when there is a collision between charges, collision between charges. Okay, so when it is a collision between charges, when electron is moving randomly, okay, randomly. But here what happened? As we are providing constant electric field, so electrons are also moving in a constant manner. Due to the constant manner, there is no collision. Due to the no collision, no resistance. If there is no resistance, the potential difference is 0. Okay, so to have a potential difference, there must be some small amount of resistance created between two terminals. Clear to you? Okay. Now we will move to the next topic, student. New topic, that is drift velocity. Drift velocity. As its name suggests, drift means what? Lifting. So what is drift velocity? It is the average velocity, you can tell, the average velocity with which free electron in a conductor drifted in a direction opposite to the direction of applied electric field. Okay, so what is the drift velocity? The average velocity with which we can drift a free electron. Okay, we are drifting the free electron in which substance? In a conductor, student. Okay, in a conductor, and where we are drifting opposite to the applied electric field. Okay, so suppose this is my conductor, my dear student. Suppose this is my conductor, and one conductor, what happened? If my electric field is in this direction, the electron direction should be like this. Clear? If the electric field direction is like this, the electron is direction is like this. This is considered a cross-sectional area. Cross-sectional area of a conductor, that I will take capital A. Clear? Clear to you? And now you suppose the electron at this position and it is different due to the electric field at this position. So the difference in the drifting is how much? That Vd means the velocity with which it is drifted, the time taken by dt, and the length of the conductor is t. I hope so you have understood, because this derivation, student, always you have to remember in the point of exam view. I will repeat the word. This is a conductor, student. One conductor, the electric field I am applying like this. Now the electron is moving totally opposite to the electric field, right? And this is the initial position of the electron. Now it is different to this position. So difference is Vd, that is drift velocity. The time is dt, and total length of the conductor is L. Clear? Now see the derivation. As I know, suppose you have to consider total charge in the conductor is how much? N, E, A, B, D, and this is if dq by dt, if you say N, E, A, B, D. But if you want to find out total charge dq, how much? N, E, A, B, D into dt. Clear to you? See properly. dq by dt like this. dq is N, E, A, B, D. This dt is coming this side. Okay. Now everyone know what is the formula for I? I is how much? dq by dt. Okay. Now you put the value, student, you write it, I is equal to dq by dt. So dq is how much, student? N, E, A, B, D, dt by dt. dt will cancel, N, E, A, B, D. So this is the total current in a conductor. Clear to you? Now, what is your Bd? Drift velocity. How much? Bd I can write. Bd is equal to I by NEE. This you can write. Okay, because you know I have written I is equal to dV by dt. Clear to you? Now, this much you have understood. Now, simple current density. Current density. What is the current density, student? Formula I will write for you. That is J I by A. Current by area. What is the value of current? You got it? N, E, A, V, D by A. A will cancel. That is N, E, B, D. So here what is your N, student? Your N is the number of electrons in a conductor. E is the charge of the electrons. Clear? And what is Bd? Is the drift velocity. Clear to you? So your J is nothing but NEBD. Clear? What is J? It is a current density. Now the derivation which they always ask in the board exam, that is derivation for drift velocity. Derivation of drift velocity. Okay? So to do this derivation, student, you have to write, consider a conductor. You just connect positive. This diagram you learn by heart. Always you will do in this current electricity. A is the cross-sectional area. L is the length. Okay. E is the electric field applied. Bd is the drift velocity. Okay. Anything more? Yeah, charge of the electron, which you have to show like this, opposite to the electric field. So you will write, consider a conductor. This I have considered a conductor through which we have applied the electric field. Due to the electric field, student, what happened? The force experienced by charged particle, charge, that is electron. Okay. So as we know, F is equal to, student, QE. Normally we know here in case of Q, electron is there and E. Okay. So as you have applied the force, student, what that is, F is equal to MA. Everyone know when you are applying any force on a charge. So F equal to MA. So if you compare these two equations, student, what you will get? MA is equal to minus EE, right? This you will get. So what is A here? A is equal to minus E by M. Clear? So now you are seeing one term, negative sign. What negative signs? You know, the direction of force and electric field are opposite to each other. Clear? So now I have applied, now as you have applied the electric field, the force experienced by electrons, and that is the force, it also experiences acceleration. So this is the value of acceleration. But what is our aim? To find out the drift velocity. Okay, so what happens, student, when we are applying the electric field on a conductor, what happens? Sometimes there is a collision between the electrons, right? And if I will say that collision is taken between two successive time interval, right? So the small time interval between the two successive collision is known as relaxation time. Please remember it. Relaxation time. What is relaxation time? The time between two successive collision. Okay, collision between whom? The time between, or the time interval, you can write in a very clear manner definition. The time interval of two successive collision between electrons and ions in a conductor. Clear? In a conductor. Clear? So this is known as relaxation time. So as electron is moving, the formula is V is equal to U plus AT. Initially electron are rest, so V is equal to 0. So V D is equal to AT. BD, A you know what is the value, minus EE by M, and here time T represent as tau, because this is the relaxation sign before collision. So here you write tau. So BD is equal to minus EE M by tau student. This is basically the drift velocity, and this is the derivation you have to do in normal examination. Clear? Now this much you have remembered a drift velocity. Now another second point of current density, student, another formula. This much derivation they used to ask. But second step of current density, J equal to I by A, what already I have tell you. But I you know how much? NEA VD by A, AA will cancel, NE BD. Now one new BD you have get, that is NE minus EE tau by tau M, right? So what is the formula? NE square E tau by M. So this is the next formula for current density while putting the value of drift velocity, right? So this you have to remember. Clear to you? Now one last topic I will tell you, that is mobility. What is that? Mobility. What is mobility, student? Mobility is nothing but drift velocity per unit electric field. Okay? Mobility is drift velocity per unit electric field. How much we have got drift velocity?